All right, hope you're doing well wherever you are. Hope you're having a great day. The stock market really dropped a lot today, and I would like to just share my thoughts on some things that I am seeing as opportunity in the market. I mean, if you're a type of person that likes to go shopping when it's red because it's on sale, then I think this might interest you. The Dow Jones today, at the recording of this video, dropped about 1.5%. The S&P dropped about 2.1%. The Nasdaq dropped about 3.26%. All right, with Nasdaq being the leader in decline here. Now, one of the biggest news, of course, is the Nvidia, and I'm sure that some of you may be familiar with this, stock that has been in the news lately for so many reasons, and of course, dropping almost 10%, actually 9.53% today. The stock went from around 100 and at the opening of the market, it opened around 116. It closed on Friday 119, opened at 116 today, and tonight or this evening it's already dropped around 105 the extended hours. And this is really one of those companies that has a very solid reputation, has a lot of things going for it, making lots and lots of money, with future prospects looking great as well. But the stock market is doing its thing. One of the reasons why Nvidia has dropped so much today is, of course, the subpoena that I believe was sent to them by the Department of Justice, if I remember correctly. And at the end of the day, I believe that even though Nvidia has its the monopoly of certain markets or certain industry, the chip making industry, they do have a fair operating procedure, and I don't think this subpoena will lead to anything more than what it is, just a government doing its job. So, but the stock market would always react negatively towards such news. The other thing I also want to mention is Boeing. With Nvidia, let me conclude on Nvidia. With Nvidia, I believe that if you are the type of person that wants to see growth in your investment, I believe Nvidia should be one of those. Now, you don't have to buy an individual company. I always say that if you're worried about losing money, then maybe you should do index funds, mutual funds, ETFs, and the likes. But if you are, if you can stomach the volatility of this type of stock or company, then Nvidia might be one of them. Another one that has a lot of volatility is Tesla. Tesla can be up 210, and then by the end of the day it's like 190 or something like that. So the point is, it's very volatile. So if you cannot stomach that type of volatility, then you may struggle with this type of stocks, and I wouldn't advise you to invest in it. But if you're the type of person that has a long-term goal and you want to have a piece of the company, then definitely do your own due diligence. This is not financial advice, like they say. But one of the things I also want to mention is Boeing. All right, Boeing is very interesting. Knowing that I'm in the aviation industry, Boeing is one of the leading. Unfortunately, they've been in the news for various negative things. No doubt about it. They've struggled a lot lately. But it is important to mention that Boeing is one of the two major airplane manufacturers, and one being that Boeing represents the US plane maker and Airbus represents the European plane maker. And as you can tell, as you would think, there's this big reputation of the US behind Boeing. So the point I'm trying to make is that even though Boeing has really seen a lot of issues lately, I don't see the company failing. And what that means is that the stock price right now, to me, all right, it's showing signs of opportunity. Why? Because if you go back 5 years, I was actually looking at this earlier. If you go back 5 years time frame on the price of Boeing, you would realize that the last time Boeing came this low or in price, all right, was, I'm gonna tell you the year, came close, all right, was of course 2022, all right. It went as low as 121, and Yeah, same in 2022. And then another previous low that it had in 5-year period was 2020, with COVID and all that going on. But the point is, the stock has been struggling for the past 5 years, and Boeing, as at 2019 was as high as $328. So the point here is, if you are somebody that has a long-term approach to stocks, I think you may consider looking at a company like Boeing. Now, like I said, they've had their issues, but one thing I know is that they cannot fail. And the reason why they cannot fail is because they are the only plane manufacturer, or at least one of the biggest plane manufacturers in the world. And in as much as they've been in the news for so many negative things, I believe that with a new CEO coming on board and hopefully they get their stuff together, things should turn around soon for them. I feel like, with any form of investment, there's always the risk of losing money. So always keep that in mind. So do your own due diligence before you invest in any of these companies that I'm just talking about here. I'm just a guy on YouTube and probably don't know what I'm talking about anyway. But it's a thought process for you. I invest in Boeing, all right, because I do look for prices like this. When it drops this low, I always see them as a buying opportunity. And same thing for like Nvidia that I just talked about. I wanted to just share my thoughts in this video. If you found value in it, don't forget to drop a like on the video. I'd love to see you in the next one.